Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I've done the financial forecast and then I'm diving so into it that I then just forget that I have my favorite meeting of the week here on Monday morning. Let me just see if you can see and hear me. Please just confirm. Then I know that the technique is all working. I see we have 4 people already in there. Can you just send me a thumbs up or a heart or something like this so I know that you can hear me? That would be absolutely lovely. And then we will dive into it. Okay. Let me just... I don't like here these sounds in between. Otherwise it makes all the time beep, 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 beep because I'm getting emails in here and I just wanted to avoid that. Okay, good morning. So what do we do this morning is I just wanted to share a couple of tips what not to do. Okay, sound is good. Coyote, thanks very much. That is great. So I know that is working. And I always like to be positive. I say this is what you need to do, but sometimes it helps to know what not to do, and I will also be able to advise and explain why you shouldn't do that. Okay, so there is, on one side, you definitely need to jump into it. Okay, so you can't make informed decision, have lots of things in place, have a good plan in place, know exactly your product, your prices, your suppliers, your clients, have as much as possible already in place. There are still lots of unknown part of it. Okay, and that is okay, so you just need to jump. But please don't just jump and don't know what to do. Okay, so I've seen that lots of times people say, oh, I want to invest now a couple of millions of rand, and then I set up my plant, set up my manufacturing, set up my office if it is service, and then I will figure out if this is working or not, and then I will only go and find clients. Please, please, please don't do that. Trust sounds good. Pillow, do you fund for startup businesses? He's just diving in. I like that. Okay, so we are a private consulting firm. We do not fund anybody, but we assist companies accessing funds. Yeah, and we are able to say this is possible, this is not possible. IG, okay, Ben following. Okay, great. So you make sure that you plan as much as possible. I promise you will not be able to plan everything. Yeah, but most people then concentrate on the not important parts if they want to start a business. Okay, I just share a little bit of an example. I shared already last week with you. I'm having a friend of mine to start his own business, and he is concentrating on things where I believe they are not really important. Okay, so I can see that he thinks he needs 3 cars, he needs 7 people working for him, so, and everything needs to be, he wants 6 months working capital, and I'm thinking, no, this is not what you need. Yeah, what you need is to come up with great ideas. If you start today, what services and products are you able to offer already now, where you may not need lots of funding? Maybe you just need a little bit of cash to pay for some products up front. It's a mix between products and services, what he wants to do. Yeah, so, and this is His idea was I need 2.5 million. When I did my maths, I came down to 500,000. And I'm even sure that he will be able, if he does that cleverly, to earn before he even really starts, and then he can do everything else. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit, how do I say? You need to be, so money is never ever the problem. Yeah. So what you need to think about, be resourceful. What can you do? How can you do that? Was it possible without funding? Get some traction in the market, figure things out before you even apply for funding. And I know it is not what we offer. I know that is different because we help companies accessing loans and grants. We draft business plans. That is all good, but you get the advice when we do that. Yeah. But sometimes it's just being a little bit wise of how much funding you really need, being creative, thinking about your resources. Yeah. Okay, what do you tick in your criteria to qualify for funding? That's something what we do on another time. Spifelo, I'm sure I pronounced that correctly. Please contact us via Facebook Messenger, yeah? And they will be able to say that. Okay, Shara. Lusa Prasad. What are the things that should be done while starting startups? Business in partnerships as well as solo. Which will be best? What should be done to get long-term success? Okay, long-term success is please concentrate on the profitability of your business. It is that easy, yeah? Don't think about that you need to meet all the criteria of a potential financier. Yeah. First thing is it needs to be profitable, and this is where you should concentrate on. Yeah. Let me just have a look, and then if you. It doesn't matter if you want to start it on your own or if you want to start with a business partner. If you want to start with a business partner, make sure your skill sets are adding up. Okay, also something what I recommended my friend, have somebody else to assist you. So and to make it a little bit easier also for him, and then make sure if you go into a partnership, I always say a business partnership is like a marriage, okay? And be clear about your responsibilities. Be clear about who does what will be, if there is any profit, how will you distribute the profits, are both on the same page, stating in the beginning we just take out the minimum, we want this thing to grow. So these are the parts what I would really recommend. And then long-term success means that you are, when you are started, after you started, that you are on the ball all the time. Have a look at the numbers. Yeah, don't think, one of the biggest mistakes what I see here, I haven't seen that so much in Germany, but here is that people say I'm not good with numbers, and that's the responsibility of my accountant. Your accountant is not responsible to make sure your business is a profitable business. That's your responsibility. Yeah, don't forget that. Don't give, also one thing what I always say is things to avoid. You are responsible, it's your business, you need to make sure that your business is profitable. And what we do is we know our break even, and we know exactly each and every day how much money needs to come in to make sure that we break even. Yeah. So, and then we of course usually don't even concentrate only on the break even, have a little bit of a higher goal, because this is where you put your effort into it. This is what you will receive. Yeah. Dixon, you need help with drafting your business plan? Absolutely no problem. We are definitely able to assist you. We know exactly if you want to apply for funding with private investors, with government institutions, or with commercial banks. We know exactly what they want to see in your business plan. Please do me a favor, Dixon. Contact us via Facebook Messenger. Yeah, and Brent and Jen are there on the other side and are able to assist you and guide you. And they will ask you a couple of questions. What do you want to do? They will be able to even tell you if you want to apply for funding, if this is really fundable. Yeah, and then we can guide you there through the process. Svefelo, write down what you think in paper and every detail for the business and type it to be formal. You don't need help with this. Svefelo, I do not agree with this. If it is a smaller part, you can do that. If you haven't done a business plan before, it will take you weeks, maybe months. Okay, and even there are lots of templates out there. I sometimes I offer free assessments, and I think out of 100 there is maybe one where I think, okay, it's up to date. Yeah, one of the reasons why so many applications are also declined with all the government institutions is that the business plans are not up to date. If you need some help with it, if you say, hey, I can't afford it to pay somebody for it, approach CEDA, approach NYDA. They usually have some funds available. They have a team of business plan writers. They are able to assist you. We are also registered here with the CIFA in Durban. But we've done also business plans, no, not CIFA, CEDA in Durban, and we've also done some business plans for CEDA for other provinces. Tiboho, I seem to be unlucky with these Facebook live sessions. Either it freezes or don't get to hear a thing because I have to refresh the page. Tiboho, I'm sorry, I'm sure that has something to do with your internet. Because when I checked here, it is working. Mustafa is following. Okay. Starting a business is so damn hard. My biggest challenge is capital. Piklossi, no, this is what you think. Okay, so starting a business is it's not easy. I've started a couple of business. I definitely would count myself as a serial entrepreneur. Even if you think after a couple of times, yeah, I know how to do that, I made all the mistakes, I promise you there's always something else coming up. Even running a business is not easy, okay? What happens is your threshold of challenges when you start is down here. You start up, then your challenges grow, and with the growth of the challenges, you also grow as a person. Okay, you are able to handle it after a couple of years. You know, whatever life throws at me, I'm able to do that, and then there are more challenges, and you are growing. Yeah. So this is how it is working. So you are not easily then thrown out of that you feel like I'm not able to do that. Yeah. That is definitely something what is happening, and I know that. Raising capital is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is that people don't really think about the other resources you have, Don't think you get now 10 million, you set up your factory, and then you're selling, I have no idea, let's say gloves at the moment here during the pandemic, like hotcakes. That's not gonna happen. There are so many other things you need to have in place before you're even able to do that. So, and even if you would get the 10 million rand, if you don't have all the other things in place, you will fail. Yeah, that's why I always say money is never ever the problem. Having everything in place, partnering with the right people, getting agreements in place, having agreements also if you need to rent a space, figuring out which equipment you need, getting proper quotation, and please not only one quotation. I'm not too sure when you buy a car. We just did that a couple of weeks ago. So my husband goes usually out and says, "Oh, I see this car, I like it, let's buy that." And I'm always, no, no, no. I want to make sure I may have the best deal. So, and it takes a little bit of effort, it takes some time. So you need to go around, you need to find out what is available, what do you get for which price. And for equipment, it's the same thing. Okay, what equipment? What is this equipment able to do? What is this equipment able to do? How much is the electricity need for this one and that one? Because you are not only thinking about the investment up front, you're of course also thinking about the maintenance in the long run. Yeah, and then also have a look at. Is there somebody who's able to repair here in South Africa? Are there spare parts available? Do they need to be flown in from China and you don't have then any manufacturing for, I don't know, if you are lucky a week, if you're not so lucky maybe 3 months, your plant is down, you know? So don't give up. That's not what I'm saying. And I don't like to say it's easy peasy. I don't like to lie. You will have lots of challenges, but you will grow with your challenges and you will learn how to overcome them. Kondwani, following. Cabello, I've written my business plan, but I'm struggling with the financial summary part. Can you guys help in completing the business plan? Yes, we also offer only financial forecast. We know that this is one of the biggest problems what people have. We have a nice questionnaire for it, and it will also help you to really get clarity what needs to be in your business plan. Janine, everyone needs help with drafting my business plan. Please, thank you. Okay, so if you need help, Janine, just contact us via Facebook Messenger. Yeah, say I need some help with the business plan. They will ask you how much funding you want to raise, for what product or services you want to offer, for what exactly you need the funds. Yeah, and even if you don't need funding, we do also lots of business plans when somebody says, I want to start my own business, I just need to have a little bit clarity. Because what usually happens is lots of people they have an idea about the marketing, they have an idea about the products, they have an idea about maybe competitors, then they think about, okay, so pricing, and now you need to put it all together. And then you figure out it doesn't fit, you know, because your competitors are so cheap that with the pricing, cost pricing, you will not be able to compete. Yeah? Or you did your cost pricing and then you figure out that you are so cheap in comparison to your competitors. That can mean two things. Number one, it can mean that you made a mistake in your calculations and you forgot something, okay, what your competitor already knows, what needs to be included. Well, they really have a high profit margin, yeah? And then the question is, of course, if you are able to have a higher profit margin, don't be too cheap, yeah? Because keep in mind, most of us are thinking like this: if it's cheap, it's nothing worth, yeah? So I would never ever try as a startup, something also what I like to highlight as a startup, even as business, never ever try to be the cheapest, yeah? That is one big mistake. Thibaut, who is now on. Lovely. Asmia, view it again later on, okay? What psychological role plays important role in starting business and after starting business? Okay, so your mindset, I don't really like that word, but now what you think about yourself, okay? Do you think you are able to do that? Did I always think I can do that? No. Did I had always sometimes even now have some doubts if I take on big projects and thinking, Really, are you able to do that? But then, of course, I know I'm able to do that. Okay, I have a great team. I have lots of years, decades of experience in what I'm doing here now. So you always doubt yourself. That's normal. Okay, but it is important that you overcome this and you tell yourself you can do that. You add value to other people's life or business. Yeah, and you are worth it. You are worth it even to earn some money, and not only just coming by, but to earn proper money, to thrive, to create wealth. That's what business is all about. Yeah, create wealth for yourself, create wealth for your family, and you do that by offering lots of value to other businesses or people. Yeah. Miriam, most important part, planning a business, make sure it's profitable. Easy peasy. Okay, so the business idea, Ruth said the business idea is important. Yes, of course. Yeah, and please, please, please don't just think about one. I think I'm coming up on a regular basis with crazy ideas, and then I just go into a little bit more details. I do my quick and dirty calculations, and most of them I just say the profit margins are just too small for me to be willing to put so much effort into it. Yeah. Number one is, or I see there are lots of other people with more experience, or there are some better solutions out there already. So that's why play with different ideas. Don't just think about one idea. What you need to do is, please don't have a look what other people are doing and then think that looks like a profitable business idea. Important is, what is your skills? What are your expertise? Yeah. And the biggest challenge with this is that people usually, for me, what I'm doing is easy. Okay, so I have no problem. I read a business plan. I know exactly where the challenges are there. I know what the financiers want to see. I see where the things don't fit together. I can see that quite quickly. It is not difficult for me. So it was difficult for me to understand that this is a skill not everybody has. I always thought, why don't you see that? That is obviously. And it's the same thing with if somebody else is explaining to me, I don't know, about other topics where I see, really, I didn't know that. And so that's one of the biggest challenges for entrepreneurs, to really find something where they are good at, because it's not what's hard for them, it's usually something what's easy for them. Yeah. And only when other people tell you how do you do that, then you figure out, okay, it's obviously something not everybody else is able to do. So I see a financial forecast, I see immediately numbers speak to me. I can see there's a problem. And I don't know why everybody else is not able to see that. But of course, there are other things I'm not good at, and then I'm thinking, really, I didn't see that. Yeah. Can you share some of method to face upcoming problems that we need to pretend at first, so that when the problem comes, we can feel easier to solve it? So I love that question. Maybe let me do another one really about your belief system, your mindset, okay, and what state of mind you need to be to go through business challenges. Number one is, I don't call them problems, I call them a challenge, okay? And I personally believe that's also something what I changed. I believe if there's a challenge, that means that how we set things up is not optimized, okay? And it means, for me, there is obviously a big mountain in front of me to just help me to determine what are ways around it. So don't think of a problem you need. I like the word challenge a little bit. It's a little bit easier, because a challenge means, okay, let's see, how can we solve this? Yeah, it's a little bit more playful, and this is definitely something what I have done and still do. As soon as there are some challenges, I'm not afraid of it. I know I overcome lots of challenges, and I will be able to handle it. Yeah. Mike, are business plans really necessary for startups, specifically in these hard times when economic conditions are ever changing, for instance? Now in July from January when you drafted your plan? Yes. Mike, if you do a business plan, nobody of us knows the future. Okay, so and what you do in a business plan, you have a look at it. These are the things what can happen, and these are you have parts of it. You got clarity, and then some riots just thrown some challenges at you. So, but if everything else is in place, then it will not really change too much. Yeah. What was really definitely harder for most industries was COVID. How many industries are now not properly able to trade for it's close to 1.5 years now. All the hospitality, all the restaurants, they are needing to make decisions day by day. Don't know if they are able to open the next day again. That is crazy. Yeah, but we were living in we had the illusion that whatever happens today is something what happens tomorrow, and it will be consistent, and that's not really reality in any case. Yeah, so whatever works today can mean that it doesn't work tomorrow, but that means for you, see it as a challenge, think about what you can change. Yeah. Okay. Let me call you Dominic. The first one is a little bit difficult for me here. I already have a business, but it's a bit old. I want to revive it because there's a lot that have been done and identified other products within the sector. How do you go about that process? Okay. I'm not too sure if you're running the business already or if it's a business plan what's a bit old. If the business plan is a little bit old, I'm not too sure if what stays the same, okay, and what needs to change. And if it's the same sector and different products, you may be able to just change it. Okay, Dominic, what I would do is, if you want to do that on your own, okay, take a blank canvas, take one of the templates from wherever you want to take a template, and then if it says location and your location is the same, then you can just copy and paste it, okay? If it says now explain your products and there are different products, this is the part you start from scratch. Yeah? I hope this helped. Libo Hung, do you assist us with franchise business by providing advice and support? So if you want to buy into an existing franchise, either way buy an existing site or set up a new one, I'm definitely able to advise and assist, give you some tips, what to do, what not to do. At the end of the day, you will need to contact the potential franchisors. Yeah. I prefer partnership because two hands are better than one if we know where we are going. I understand that specifically if you haven't been in business, but absolutely important, make sure both of you are agreeing, have that in writing. What's your job? What is my job? We have a meeting once a week, we discuss things, we're making together some decisions. Yeah. According to me, the most important thing in your business plan in order to get is a business idea and the financial part. Your planner mostly think they want to hear when presenting. Yeah, of course, they need to understand exactly expertise about yourself, Why do you think you are the right person to do that? How much funding do you need? For what you need the funding? How will you be able to earn money and repay the loan? Yeah. Okay. The mindset is the key of the business. The positive attitude, the great plan, all those above. Yes. Yeah. So I know. So mindset is just absolutely important. If you think you can't do that, you will fail. Yeah. Because as soon as you think I can't do that, your action will be wrong. You know. So if you think I'm able to do that, if you make a mistake, you say doesn't matter. I tried this way is not working, let me try that way. Yeah? So, and that means also you are not giving up, you are going forward, and even if somebody throws some stones at you, you don't get discouraged, is I think the right word. Yeah? Okay, so great. Wow, another half an hour this morning. Was really, really fun. I hope that you all learned a little bit, got some answers. Richie, failing to plan, planning to fail. In business, the structure is fundamental. Yes, you need to know your abilities. What are your goals and expectations, daily basis, as monthly, as yearly? Yes, absolutely correct. Yeah? So make sure that you plan it. Does it always go according to plan? No, we know that. Yes, but if you don't plan, then nothing is really happening. You know, because if you want to plan, we are spending, I don't know, at the moment I think 60,000 rand worth of advertising, Google, Facebook ads each and every month. Yeah. So because we know this is what we expect at the end of the day, you know, so, and I believe that this is possible. Should you start with that amount if you've never ever done Facebook and Google ads? No, I would not recommend this. Figure out things, determine what is working for you, what is not working for you, and even if you're in the same industry, parts of my approach would work for you, other parts maybe we wouldn't. Adrian, I would love to use your services, but I can't afford your service at the moment. But all other products division will be done through your service. I'm currently struggling to balance my balance sheet. I haven't Googled and looked at ratios, but I don't have the FMCG ratio to ensure that my plan passes the asset test and profitability. Okay, so I have not really clarity about what you need. If you have the financial forecast, email it to me. Use Facebook Messenger. At the moment we don't do free assessment. Just get around it with saying I talked to Dagmar on the webinar, and then they will just email it to me and I'll have a look at it. Yeah. Okay, so you need a business plan, you need some support to apply for funding, or a feasibility study, or maybe you only need the financial forecast to assist you with this. This is all services we are able to do for you. Contact us. Easiest way, definitely via Facebook Messenger. What I will do is after this, I just also post under the comments our contact form so that you have all the options available and can have a look at it. Yeah, I wish you an absolutely amazing, successful, of course, new week, and we will see us next week again. Yeah, take good care. Bye bye. And hopefully it's not that cold. I think we have here 6 degrees in Durban. That is not fun for me. You see me here with t-shirt and I'm wrapped in blankets and take care. Bye bye.